Stakeholders Analysis. Welcome to the 5th video in the BESI Advocacy Manual series. Advocacy endeavors can be carried out by a single or several organizations. They can target state actors or officials, companies, community leaders, or human rights monitoring mechanisms. To analyze stakeholders or actors involved, we need to ask the following questions. Who are we going to advocate with? What do we expect from other potential partners? Who should we influence? Who will make the decisions for the change we seek?
We can distinguish 3 types of actors: partner stakeholders, decision makers, and pivotal actors. Partner stakeholders are those with whom we collectively carry out the advocacy activity. They can be non-governmental organizations, associations, religious institutions, trade unions, training centers, national human rights institutions, universities, and the media. The choice of the partner should be guided by the expected contribution or input. This means taking into account the objective of complementarity. The chosen player should be in a position to contribute expertise, experience, and resources, human, financial, material, or logistical, that you do not have. The efficiency objective, joining forces, means multiplying the chances of achieving results. The objective of your positioning, because you must remain in control of your advocacy action.
Decision makers. These are central government authorities, institutions in charge of evaluating government policies, decentralized authorities, traditional chieftaincies, companies, and regional and international human rights monitoring mechanisms. At national level, these are members of parliament or National Assembly. Who are the members of parliament most sensitive to the issue? Who are the members of parliamentary committees relevant to the subject, or who chair a working group on the topic? Members of the provincial or departmental parliament or assembly. Ministries and ministers responsible for the issue. State institutions such as the Court of Auditors, the Constitutional Court, or the highest authority of audiovisual communication. National human rights institutions. Local elected officials, municipal such as mayors and municipal councillors, or provincial, decentralized authorities, guardians or in charge of the issue. Concerned departments, such as Department of Education Inspection, Department of Vocational Training, or Department of Children who have dropped out of school.
At the regional and international level, there are regional human rights monitoring mechanisms. In Europe, there is the Council of Europe Commissioner for Human Rights. The Committee of the Parties to the Convention of the Council of Europe on the Protection of Children Against Sexual Exploitation and Sexual Abuse, or Lanzarote Committee. And the Group of Experts on Action Against Violence and Domestic Violence, GREVIO.
At the international level, these are the Human Rights Council with its 2 major mechanisms. The Universal Periodic Review, UPR. And the Special Procedures of the Human Rights Council.
The Special Representative of the Secretary General of the United Nations are in charge on violence against children, for children and armed conflict, and on sexual violence in conflict.
There are also 10 treaty bodies available. Among them we can identify the Committee on the Rights of the Child.
Finally, the pivotal actors, those who may not be in a position to make decisions, but whose information may prove useful for your advocacy strategy. The information they provide can help too. To have access to the decision maker, to organize meetings at the right time. To assess the evolution of the decision maker's position. To have the decision maker's travel and meeting schedule. And to have access to useful informal or as yet unofficial information to anticipate, reorient, or adapt action or the organization planning and intervention approach.
Are there any other stakeholders? Yes. The beneficiaries of the advocacy activity. Participation is a definite added value. Their participation and ownership of the advocacy process is essential. The digital technology and the development of social networks have given rise to a new breed of actors known as influencers. They can be called upon to support certain advocacy activities that need greater visibility.
The advocacy strategy must match the agenda of the stakeholders to be influenced. The knowledge of the agenda makes it possible to be more efficient in order to be better prepared, anticipate, adapt your message to the themes on the agenda, and plan and follow up. Which tools do you need? Decision makers' sessions agenda, a position paper, a directory of contacts, especially of key players, and planning of meetings, briefings, celebrations, or mobilization. We hope that these ideas will help to work stakeholders' analysis in the advocacy process. On behalf of BESI, thank you for your attention.